Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. My pleasure to be with you today with Nicolas. Hello, Nicolas. How are you?
Hello, Olivier. Fine, and you?
Welcome to this session. I'm Olivier. I'm the CEO of CATIA, DASSAULT System. So DASSAULT System, if you don't know about us, who we are, in the last 40 years, we have been partnering with many industry, especially aerospace, automotive, industrial equipment. And we have been one of the key partners of many big industry transformation, like the capacity to design virtually in 3D, digital mockup, and now virtual twin. The industry we serve are not anymore these 2 or 3 key manufacturing sectors, but what we do with virtual twin enable also other industry transformation, like for example in life sciences, with medical devices, or even in infrastructure and construction with new kind of building. So why are we here today at JEC? Because we are investing a lot in composites, because composite represents one key way to innovate in our clients' main challenges towards sustainable solutions, lightweighting, so innovative solution with new materials. And we have been investing on composites for many years. We thought today that there is not a better way to talk about what we do than engaging in a dialogue with our clients, our users. This is why I have the pleasure to share this session today with Nicolas from Vertical Aerospace. I'm sure you know about this very innovative company, and I will let Nicolas maybe to introduce himself and to introduce Vertical Aerospace.
Thank you, Olivier. Indeed, I'm pylon technical leader for Vertical Aerospace. I'm working on this aircraft. It's an eVTOL, an electrical vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. And I will share a quick video of my boss explaining why it's a great aircraft.
A lot of people behind the scenes working very long hours. This is right at the cutting edge. So I've flown a simulator of it. I've seen virtual reality mock-ups of it, but this will be the first time I've actually seen a real aircraft. It's got the large wingspan that gives it the ability to fly at 200 miles an hour. To take off and land vertically, we've got 8 lift rotors and they tilt from 90 degrees. So that enables us to yaw the aircraft. We then transition towards forward flight and then it flies like a normal aircraft. We build in what's called redundancy, and that enables us to conceive an aircraft that's 100 times safer than a helicopter or 1 in a billion failure rate. Our aircraft will be at a fifth of the operating costs. And then finally, it's emissions free. That's a really key element to the whole purpose of vertical aerospace. This is completely new. We're pioneering electric aviation, and this is going to transform the way we travel.
Wow. Impressive.
Thank you.
Impressive also from the fact that you just started a few years ago, and I saw in the press that you already complete some certifications. So how did you get to that level of maturity?
Indeed, we had our first DOA a few weeks ago. So design organization approval. It's a major milestone for an aircraft company. It's a delegation from the authority, from CAA, the UK authority in our case, that confirm our strengths, our knowledge in order to deliver a safe aircraft and to be able to fly it with passenger. It's a key milestone that will require supporting evidence and that enable us to move to the design phase and to the manufacturing of our certified aircraft.
I was really impressed because I was lucky to be at Farnborough last year, and I saw the aircraft. And it was really amazing to see the size of the aircraft, and also to think about the challenge you have in making the aircraft quieter, electrified, thinking about the range, thinking about the speed. So how did you achieve all these challenges?
Indeed, there is quite a lot of challenge. We can see some of the performance of the aircraft on the screen. The two main challenges are first, of course, the safety of the passenger. Yes, it's an electrical aircraft, but we want to make sure it's safe to fly for everybody, including myself or yourself. And the second challenge is, of course, the weight of the aircraft. So we are being helped in those two challenges by 3DEXPERIENCE, being able to have the supporting evidence of the safety through the design and the manufacturing by having this twin, this digital representation of the aircraft is a key aspect of our certification process. And 3DEXPERIENCE helps in that regard. And of course, the weight is the second challenge. Being able to use composite solution and lightweight design is really important to enable an efficient and a performant product. So we are using all the composite solution we can in order to achieve this challenge.
So just to echo what you said, Nicolas, you talk about 3DEXPERIENCE platform, talk about CATIA to design composites, parts and products. And you told us that you are the technical leader for the pylon, and I know as well that 95% overall of the structure is made of composites. So, I mean, what it is to really develop with CATIA on 3DEXPERIENCE platform this composite part?
So the pylon is the part that holds the rotor to the wing. We can see them in here on the aircraft under the wing. So this is really a critical part because it's within the wake of the rotor, so there is an aerodynamic performance aspect to the pylon and also a lot of loads that are being applied to those pylons. And then the third thing is about the systems that need to be integrated to the pylon. So it's quite a challenge, as you mentioned, and we designed through 3DEXPERIENCE, as you can see on the screen, small parts. Here, this small bulkhead was designed thanks to 3DEXPERIENCE, and we can see in here that we have very quickly all the details of the plies. This applies to a very simple part like the one you can see on the screen, a bulkhead that is manufactured here, but it also applies to more complex parts like this one here, which is the entire pylon in composite, manufactured in composite. And we can integrate all the manufacturing constraints, ply staggering, darting, any manufacturing constraint can be integrated thanks to 3DEXPERIENCE into the design model and can be then shared with the manufacturing team. So 3DEXPERIENCE is really a key enabler for such complex parts in composite.
By the way, Nicolas, you mentioned the collaboration with manufacturing or the partner. You are part of a team which is hundreds of engineers working on the aircraft, prototype 1, prototype 2. I was wondering, how you collaborate with all the stakeholders of the program.
Yes, so our first aircraft flown last year. That's the picture we saw on the previous slide. We did our first flight. And as you mentioned, we are moving towards our second prototype. This prototype is being developed with partners, so the partners that have access to the entire platform, 3DEXPERIENCE platform. They can share, and we can share with them the last up-to-date design solutions. They can contribute to those design solutions live in the platform. So that's really helpful to be able to use those partners. We have GKN Aerospace, we have Leonardo Aerospace, two very strong partners that help us in the manufacturing and support the manufacturing of the aircraft. And they can contribute to the platform too. We have also, of course, some suppliers. 3DEXPERIENCE is also an asset to manage the suppliers. We can share with them directly in the platform only a limited amount of information only the parts, the information we want them to manufacture, and we manage the data thanks to the platform. So we can share, make sure that it's the latest revision. There is no question anymore about, oh, was it the last revision? What was manufactured? It's streamlined through the 3DEXPERIENCE platform. And that's really an asset to have this to support the manufacturing of the second prototype.
Okay. Well, Nicolas, I know you are using CATIA for many years, starting with CATIA V5. And now you talk about CATIA 3DEXPERIENCE. I was wondering about this transition, the experience you got using CATIA 3DEXPERIENCE on the cloud, and what kind of change you saw, what kind of value and benefits?
Well, I saw many change. Of course, I knew the strengths of CATIA, and then I discovered 3DEXPERIENCE in 2019. I started CATIA in 2006. But in 2019, I moved to 3DEXPERIENCE, and it was quite a pleasure to discover there is a lot in terms of traceabilities. We mentioned that we have our DOA, Design Organization Approval. It requires supporting evidence that the manufacturing of the composite parts are made exactly how we design them. And if it's not exactly made how we design the part, we need to capture the difference between the manufactured part and the design. So any issue, any modification can be captured in 3DEXPERIENCE and then can be traced and tracked inside 3DEXPERIENCE. So as soon as a part, a drawing, is impacted by a manufacturing request, it can be shared and captured in the platform, and we have a direct link between 3DEXPERIENCE, the platform, and CATIA to then update any drawings, any 3D that might have been impacted by a request from the manufacturing. So that's really why we talked about a twin representation, a virtual representation of the design, of course, but also of the manufacturing. We have this end-to-end from the early phase of the design, from PDR, CDR, so the preliminary phase of the design, where we can discuss with the manufacturing really quickly, thanks to the tools we previously mentioned. And then we can move toward manufacturing. And during the manufacturing, we have the communication going the other way around, manufacturing talking with us as a design office and integrating all the impact inside the platform. So really 3DEXPERIENCE came as an extra layer on top of CATIA and bring a lot of benefit with this regard of having this twin representation, the design in one hand, the manufacturing in the other hand, and having the two almost merged together with a communication that is streamlined in the design phase and in the manufacturing phase.
Nicolas, I remember you told me about also the capacity to anticipate weight management across the different parts of the aircraft.
Yes.
So can you tell us more?
Yes, of course. The weight of the aircraft is one of the challenges. That's why we are using composite. We want to make sure the performance of the aircraft are as good as they can. And composite is one way to achieve lightweight solution. So we are using composite massively. As you said, 95% of the structure is in composite. And we can track and manage the weight in 3DEXPERIENCE in the platform straight away. There is many challenges in managing the weight. One of them is to make sure that we allocate the weight target to each work package. How heavy will be the pylons, how heavy will be the fuselage, and so on. Really early in the conception, we can allocate weight target. That's this screenshot here inside the 3DEXPERIENCE platform. We allocate weight target, and then we can track in CATIA, in 3DEXPERIENCE, all the development, all the design, and the impact on the weight. There is a lot of tools, both in the platform and in CATIA, in order to support this. The business intelligence comports a lot of tools that allow to visualize very quickly what is the weight, what percentage contributes to the aircraft, so the percentage of the contribution of each part to the overall weight of the work package or the aircraft. And there is also tools to check whether the part have all the material properties and therefore a weight that is up to date straight away based on the design, or maybe a part like a standard part, a bolt, a nut, that is from the shelf. We can declare the weight. We don't have to redo the entire conception of the bolt. We can just import the bolt from the supplier, declare a weight, and like this straight away in CATIA, in 3DEXPERIENCE, we see the weight of the work package on the split. This is a declared weight. This is a weight compute based on the material information. Or if something goes wrong, the weight is missing, but we can see it very quickly. So that helps my life as a technical leader to check that everything is up to date.
Talking about your life as a technical leader, you told me that you work both on site at Vertical Aerospace and you work also from home. And here you have experienced also the capacity to directly connect to our cloud platform to work anywhere, anytime.
Yes, I'm working from home 3 to 4 days a week. I'm connecting to the cloud, to the platform, 3DEXPERIENCE. I have access to, of course, all the information on the 3DEXPERIENCE platform, also all the native data in CATIA, and I can do my work as when I'm at the office. There is no difference really. It's very efficient, and that's exactly the same experience being at work or being at home. From a 3DEXPERIENCE or CATIA point of view, it's exactly the same thing.
So by the way, we talk a lot about CATIA, but what we want to do with the 3DEXPERIENCE platform at Dassault Systèmes and Composites is really to cover end-to-end solution from the very first early definition of innovative materials, new concept, preliminary design, detailed design, design to manufacturing, up to recycling of the material. And that's really our goal to have a complete solution integrated in the platform. And by the way, you told me that at the same time, you are working on a complete new aircraft. You already have a deep study on new kind of composite material for lightweighting.
Exactly. We have a partner, again, Solvay. This partner developed new material for us, new composite material. It can be new fiber, new resin, anything you can find about composite material. And this partner helps us to develop those material, and we need to capture this. This is captured inside the 3DEXPERIENCE platform. We can capture all the properties of the material, and then we can use it. That allows us to have a control on the database, make sure that all the designer and the stress people are using the same baseline, the same material. And again, that helps in order to develop faster solution, to design a composite part. We have access to this database, our own database that we built with our own data and shared, of course, with our partner. But we have overall more than 300 materials, and they are all in 3DEXPERIENCE, and every designer starting a new part can pick within those materials and decide what is the best solution. It can be starting with, of course, a classic layup, but it can be also a solution with a foam, with a sandwich panel, any bonded solution, really any solution you can think of in composite, bonded solution, co-cured solution, any solution can start from the material information available in the database and then be developed through the platform.
Thank you, Nicolas. I think it has been so exciting to work with Vertical Aerospace. In the past, we experienced working with companies from many sizes, but for the last 10 years, there were many new companies emerging in different sectors, like aerospace. And it's fascinating to see, starting from scratch, how you can come with a real concept. Thank you for this partnership that we initiated a few years ago. And by the way, we will have the opportunity to again talk together about what we do. Le Bourget is coming soon, the air show in Paris, where we're going to talk deeply about the partnership we have to do virtual twin of the complete aircraft, even more the air mobility service that you aim to provide. So we are super proud, again, to work with you on this amazing project.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Nicolas. And by the way, if you want to know more, of course, Nicolas and I and the team of Dassault Systèmes, we have a few of our top industry and composites experts on our booth, Dassault Systèmes. So please join us. Don't hesitate to come and to engage in a conversation with you, whatever the industry you are in. Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
And if we have 2 minutes and 30 seconds more, we were a bit early, so if anybody has one question, feel free. Can someone remember me the booth and the hall so that all five? D41. All five D41, and we actually share this booth with our partner Coriolis. All six booth 41. And by the way, I forgot to say, we are also animating communities of users and experts. So we have an open community on our platform. This is free. You can join whenever you want. And you have the opportunity here to hear and to listen from experts of the composite sector, from Dassault Systèmes or from our partners and clients. And you are free to share as well your experience. So if you come down and exchange with our experts, you're going to have information how to join those communities.
Thank you all, and see you on the booth if you want to discuss with us.
Thank you very much, Nicolas.
Thank you, Olivier.